Hello, and welcome Dr. Fairfax and fellow classmates. My name is Sierra Dunn, and this is my photo voice project. The picture you see before you is a snapshot I captured during a morning meeting with my 3 coworkers, lead, and supervisor. As you can see, there are a number of actions being taken place in this snapshot. Starting from the left, you have coworker number 1 with her arms crossed, and although I only captured her profile, her eyes appear downcast. Next, you have coworker number 2 in the pink. With her legs crossed, her hands appear to be holding something, a pen perhaps, and she appears to be in deep thought. Moving on to my lead, seated on top of a table, his arms are not crossed, but his fingers appear to be intertwined and they're positioned in between his legs. His shoulders suggest he is comfortable and relaxed while his facial expression appears crestfallen. Next is my supervisor, who is seated in a chair and seems to be in a comfortable position due to her legs being crossed and her elbow resting on the table. Lastly, you have coworker number 3. Although a little obscure from our view, you can clearly see her gaze is positioned downward into her phone. Although I received the green light to do so, I did not intend to take a photo in a staff meeting. But as the meeting began, I examined the room and I saw a nonverbal interaction was being taken place, and I needed to capture that moment. This picture is the perfect illustration of communicative exchange. Communication is not just what is being said, like the language being used or the tone of voice, but how it is said, and in this case, the nonverbal messages sent through the facial expressions and body language. This photo can provide us with more insight into how we evaluate communication and social work, simply by acknowledging that communication is not solely based on verbal interactions, but also nonverbal ones as well. As reviewed in Chapter 2 of our text, nonverbal signals exchange feelings and emotions more accurately than words. Aside from the obvious body language, one specific communicative skill one may recognize from this photo is the feedback. Feedback can be verbal or nonverbal. In this case, the feedback is in the form of facial expressions, eye contact, and posture. You can detect feedback in a communicative exchange simply by observing. Besides, nothing says attentiveness more than looking down into your phone. Just kidding. This concludes my photo voice project. Thank you for tuning in. Goodbye.